In this video I'm going to show you how to create a full arch over natural teeth. So I'm going to show you step by step into the wizard and out of the wizard. So once you have everything scanned and everything is aligned, you gotta just click on wizard like always do, and you're gonna catch all of the margin. So I'm gonna skip this step because I gotta catch a lot of margin. So once you had catch all of the margin, you click next, and the next step is gonna be, of course, to create the crown bottoms. This is gonna be a full arch, so we wanna increase a little bit the XY. I'm gonna show you just in a few seconds. Okay, this is my crown bottom. So gap I would put 0.045, and then from margin 0.4 it's okay. Additional spacing we can do 0.02 POC, axial and radial. Okay, so this one is gonna increase from here all the way up. Border I'm gonna choose 0.15, angle is gonna be 0.1, and here you can put 0.60 degree. Okay, undercut, oh it's okay, 1.5. So in this step, once you okay, you can just click next. Again, ExoCAD just create the minimum thickness, okay? And again, ExoCAD is asking us to, if we want to copy some teeth, we want to mirror, or we want to load. If we want to load a new library, just click next, and we'll load our library. So this is the generic. If you want to load you go to load custom teeth, and here you can load our one, which is the arrows. Okay, next. And now we have our teeth library. So now we gotta do the setup. By moving them in any direction that we want, increasing the size, I already explained you how to do that, we are going to make the setup. So we did our setup, all of our teeth are in the right position according to our antagonist. Okay, but as you can see here, I have a tooth which is the number 47, right? Which I don't have space to make a molar. So what we can do is, if we click on this tooth and then I click on load custom model tooth, okay, I will be able to switch to load a new library switching the tooth. So this is the number 47. If I'm gonna click on 45, now I have a second premolar, and if I click OK, really load model teeth, this will discard your previous design. You click yes. Right now, instead of have a molar, I have a premolar. Here we are, which I'm gonna be able to modify, stretch in any direction that I want, and squeeze inside these two teeth so I can make a bridge. This is another trick that I just explained you in the tips module. Okay, and once we are happy with our setup, what we can do, we click next. So now ExoCAD is gonna adapt every single tooth over our preparation. Okay, so what we want to do in this step, once all of our teeth are adapted over our preparation, if we want to just give a touch, right? So if you want to smooth, if you want to, of course, have the right contact with our antagonist. So as you can see right now, on all of these spots have contact. If I go to adapt and I click occlusional, here I can choose this page how much I wanted the contact. In this case, I'm gonna leave the 0.1, and then I'm gonna click on cut intersection. So all of these spawn now, they just disappear. So means I don't have contact with my antagonist. Okay, so So again, yeah, this step is pretty easy. You just freeform, right? I already explained you how to do your freeform. Here you have different tools. You have anatomic, right? You can stretch your tooth. You can just tooth part and then adapt another things. Approx, so interproximally we wanna just adapt. So cat. So in the distal and medial side, now we don't have contact. And so everything looks ready to go. So next step. Here XCAD is asking us if we want to adapt our setup to our pre-op, our C2. So as long as we have a really ugly C2, we don't want to copy it, so we just skip this step and we click on next. So here we are. Right now we are in the shrinking step. So here it's up to you. I most of the time do a facial cutback for the porcelain. So I'm gonna do like a 0.8 cutback. I'm gonna exclude selected part, mark hole. So I'm gonna select the entire teeth. And now by clicking shift, I just paint the part that I wanna do the cutback. So in this case, it's gonna be just facial. So here we are. I did all of my cutback and I'm gonna just click apply. So now I'm doing a facial cutback, about 0.8 millimeter facial cutback. And again, if you wanna do a double cutback, you can use this option, multi-level cutback, where it's gonna just ask you if you want to re-shrink the part already shrinked. So in this case we don't want to do that. We want to just go ahead and click on next. So again, XCAD is asking us if we want to modify our reduced part. So if you want to freeform, so if you want to, I suggest you to smooth all of these angle, okay, because it's not good for our milling process. And another thing that I want to tell you is along this here we have a bridge, right? So as you can see, this bridge is going over the die and we want to adapt it. So if we go to adapt and we go to Pontic, adapt to gingiva, this is gonna just reduce right there, okay, where we have our gingiva. Okay, so again we go to freeform, we freeform all of our crown, we smooth all of our crown, we check again with our antagonist if we have contact. Maybe we can edit tool, we can go up a little bit here and make some contact, same with this one. Okay, just with the tips a little bit. Okay, cool. So everything is ready. Let's go and make the connectors. Here I have all of these connectors which I can move in any direction I want. I'm in shape, so you can just drag them where you want. So as you can see, in some area I don't have connector. So it means that in our project we forgot to put the connector between these teeth. So what we can do, we can go just out wizard, go to tool, change the construction type, and we want to select this part here too. So now we have the connector in this area too. So we go cook, okay, we go back to our wizard, and now as you can see I have the connector everywhere. So let's say that my connector, they're in a good position, but if you go to free, as you can see, all of my connector, they are full of dots right now. As you can see in the free option, I can drag all of these dots and I can make the connector bigger and stronger. Okay, ready to go. So some here, a little bit. Again, I don't want to spend too much time because I can just make better in the next step. So now Exocad is creating the merge and save restoration. So now it's telling you, do you wanna just click yes? It's just because we have other files saved. So Exocad is telling us if you can override. By clicking yes, you just override the file. So this is our frame, looks pretty. But if we go to save file, right, and we click on optimize for better freeforming and 3D printing, I call it optimized laser melting. Okay, now our frame becomes just a unique piece. Okay, so they are not single unit connected by connectors, but is just a unique mesh. Okay, and what we can do right now, if you go out of the wizard, oops, my mistake, we can recreate the merge by clicking merge and save restoration. Yes, optimize for better freeform printing. So now we are out of the wizard. Just giving a second. Okay, here we are. Okay, so now this is a unique mesh, right? If I want to modify this mesh by clicking freeform merge reconstruction, now I'm gonna be able to freeform all of these connectors, right, between the teeth. Stuff that, you know, option that we don't have once we are into the wizard and we are like placing our connector. So it's a really good tool to use. Maybe between here we want to fill this hole. So, and the good thing is that we can add, remove, do whatever we want, but we cannot modify the part inside, right? So inside here we can modify anything. So that's good because, you know, looks yellow, everything is yellow, so seems like that we can modify even the prep, right? No, so don't worry about that. You can just go and add or reduce and smooth your connector as much as you want. So just click OK, and now Exocad is regenerating a mesh ready to mill with all of our modification. So it's telling us to wait. Okay, say freeform modification. Yes. Okay, here we go. So this is a frame ready to mill. Okay, what I want to show you right now is that you can do exactly the same things out of the wizard. So in the expert mode, right, which we are right now. So but let's say that we have already our frame and we don't want to redesign again, but we want to make some modification. So right now our frame is merged, right? So if we want to make some modification, we want to delete the construction part. Keep in mind that by deleting the construction part, we are going to lose all of the freeform that we did once we create the optimized laser melting. By clicking delete construction part now, and then I click OK, now I have the freedom to change anything that I want, right? So for example, if on this crown I don't like the margin by clicking here, okay, I can correct margin line. So I can right here change the margin, okay, let's say that is like this, it's a little bit, and then I click OK. I can change the margin. Now ExoCAD is remaking the margin and adapting our crown to the new margin. Okay, so another thing, so let's say that I want to change the crown bottom. I can just click on it and change the crown bottom, and then by clicking OK, you just regenerate a new crown bottom. I wanna load a new custom library. If we choose this option, of course we are gonna to ExoCAD is gonna cancel all of our design and is gonna reload a new teeth where we will be able to make the placement and adapt over our preparation, and we don't want to make that. So I can change the connectors, so I have still the option to change the position of them and everything. Another things that I can make, I can freeform right, all of my teeth. I can go here and freeform. So you have different options. Another things that you want to check is the set minimum thickness. So we want to keep at 0.6. It depends on what type of zirconia you use, how many megapascal, but I recommend you to use always to keep at 0.6 at least. Okay, and let's say that you make all of your modification, you're happy with your frame. The only things you gotta do is just remerge again. Every time you do modification, you must merge. Okay, you merge, so the file is ready to mill. So we merge, we do optimize for better freeforming and 3D printing. Right now, if you want, you can make again the freeform merge reconstruction. So if you want to smooth again your connectors as we did before, you can just go here and smooth and do all of the modification that you want to do before you want to mill your bridge. Click OK once you finish. Okay, ready? So we click OK. And what we want to do right now is save sheen. We want to always save what we design in every single step. I just made right now at the end of the project, but you should save in every single step you do. So when you catch the margin, when you do the bottom, when you do your setup, when you adapt the setup over our preparation, when you do the freeform, so every single step. So full over natural low natural teeth. Okay, and then I just save. Just make sure that once you save, just make sure that you gotta save in the right folder. Okay, and what I mean with that, if I go save to sheen, I gotta make sure that I am in the right patient folder. So in this case is welcome to intermediate level full arch over natural teeth.